So, before we go through the Narthrax, or whatever it's called, and kick Tantalus's butt, I thought I'd decide I could do a bit of the post-game stuff that happens after you beat the game before finishing this LP off. And I can do that very quickly here. So, first things first, after you go through a bunch of missions on these XIII stones here, you'll come across some waystones. And I think this happens when you come back to Taijin's tower or something like that, or probably when you're at the Arcalite Step. You'll notice a XIII stone of a different color, and that's called a waystone. And these are actually ways you can teleport across Grand Pulse here. So you can go to the Orba Village, you can go to the tower, you can go to the Step. You can go to this other place called the Yasha's Massive, which is a completely different area of choice. But first I'm going to go to the Arcalite Step here, and we'll see what else is new here. So, you would come across some side missions, like the more you complete, the more you can unlock the sea stones and more stuff on the way. Mission 14 is a very specific one, to be honest, because once you complete it, you can see over there's a chocobo. And completing mission 14, if I can go here, I can probably do it again. Defender of the Flock here. A Sahagan infestation threatens to step chocobos who roost at the font of Namva, those gentle souls I've known since I was a child. The great and merciful Fal'Cie heard my plea and granted me the power to save them. I may never again be able to feel the warmth of their golden down, but I can think of no happier way to spend eternity than watching over them from the water's edge. So if I'm not mistaken, I think that happens somewhere. It was not there, but was it here? Yeah, it was here, I think. Yeah, okay, yeah. This was also a sea stone here where it blocked a way here, and you had to complete it in order to unlock the doorway here. And I do believe that's a spot where you can do the chocobo thing. Actually, yeah. No, yeah, that is the place here. So, the sea stone here where it had the blocked way, you have to complete that in order to get to mission 14 over here, where there's a bunch of chocobos here. And it's not even like a huge special boss battle or something, it's just a bunch of XIII monsters attacking the chocobos. And once you complete that mission, you're finally able to ride the chocobos. I guess I never saw Saz's animation on getting on the chocobo, but you can get through the Arcalite Step much faster while riding on these guys. And yeah, I'm sorry to say, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm gonna talk like a walkthrough player going through all this shit. So you're riding on the chocobo, you have a morale meter of 3 feathers. And the way you lose those feathers is just randomly like hitting other XIII monsters here. Actually, the morale goes down if you hit like a XIII monster or something. And if it goes down to 0... Jesus, that lag. If it goes down to 0, then the chocobo will kick you off and it will leave you. So you have to go find another chocobo. Another thing about these guys is that they're great treasure hunters. And they would find rare items across the Arcalite Steppe through an exclamation point on their head. And if it shakes even faster, the more closer it is. So you can find it and it can dig it up. And it would be either like some of the crowns or some of the gold nuggets or something like that. Some of the chocobo. Yeah, like some of the chocobo stuff. Oh shit. I guess I guess I was supposed to stay on that chocobo. Or maybe not. Oh, that's right. You can like jump off from here. I just wanted to check this out. Oh, it's just a normal side mission. No biggie. I'm just trying to go through some of the special stuff first. And I do believe you can jump off from here. Yep. Woo! Yay! Oh, look. There's a bunch of Wooloo down here. They're so fucking small. In fact, I think there was one spot, and I know exactly where it is too. There was like a sheep bigger than those things over there, and you can actually like examine it. So you can examine a sheep bigger than that, and you can get its wool. And those are actually useful for upgrading your weapons. I guess I just don't feel like going through the cutscenes that happen through the chocobos and that. But they were very touching, and God, I just love fast travel. Now, I could do this now, and I could do it. But what do you say we actually take on an Animatoise? This is going to be the non-skillful way of doing it. Oh, that's right. Apparently chocobos have stats. But what do you say we take on an Animatoise the non-skillful way? And that being is to have Vanille as your leader. And have everybody use Saboteur. And all you gotta do is touch him. He takes a lot of hits too, so he was very threatening when I first met him. The amount of damage he takes from one step. It'll stomp us in a second. That took like... Yeah, that took like over 11,000 damage just by one step. So at this rate, there's no point in fighting him the bigger way. But what you can do is use Summon. And his front legs actually have a hitbox. And just by using a Summon, it can take his legs down, and he falls down. And all you gotta do, as Vanille, is use Death. That's the non-skillful way of beating an Animatoise. And hope to God that it works, because it has a 1% chance of doing it. Also, I could just, like, show off this, like, I could show off this, this Gestalt mode for Hecatoncheir. Using, like, aerial tackles and stuff. Although, yeah, we'll do it right now. It turns into the Gatling arm cannons. Still with a bunch of arms. chain cannons, missile tetrad, piercing ray, force blasters, and Gaian salvo. Oh, Jesus. Also known as the moaning cannon. Because I swear to God, like, they really... Oh. Yeah, they really over-sexualized this fucking character in the game. She moans a lot. And it's completely a bunch of nonsense. Like, even her Lassie mark is at her butt cheek. Oh, I did it. Okay, that was easy. And for killing an adamant toys, you would normally get 40,000 Christogen points. And you can get platinum ingots and a trapezohedron mineral to upgrade your tier 3 your tier 2 weapon to a tier 3 weapon. And you would need 6 of those for every single one. But yeah, they really sexualize this character, and she doesn't even look like she's more than 16. Where am I walking to? I was just looking at my phone, and Patrick was actually telling me. Yeah, Blue Man was actually telling me that he actually did a project, and he's going to post it on his YouTube channel. Go look up Blue Man 15432 on his YouTube channel. I think that's what it's called. But he also goes by the name of Blue Man 12 on Twitch. And he's been doing like Twitch more often than YouTube. He actually did a project where there's this one YouTuber that he watches where he has the videos of, like, can you beat Pokemon Emerald with a Slackoth or something like that? Or, like, can you beat Pokemon Red and Blue with a Ditto? And he actually did one using Pokemon Red and Blue, using a single Zubat, because that's his favorite Pokemon. And now I'm actually wondering, like, if I could do Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire or Emerald using a single Mudkip. I'm probably sure that's possible. Like, I think most Pokemon are possible to beat the game, if I'm lucky enough. Like, I could try it. I could even try, like, a Nuzlocke game. I could try that. Or like one of those Pokemon mods that they do. I know those are fun. So I'm gonna go and find the next thing to do for the post game that you can do. And I'll see you there. Actually, there is one place, and I do believe... Okay. I know exactly where to go. There is something that you can see from the springs that goes before Taijin's tower. And it's around that place where you saw the cutscene of the interaction between Vanille and Snow. And he was holding Sarah as a tear. I think there's supposed to be a Fal'Cie that shows up in that spring. Whoops. Right, the fucking chocobos sound like peacocks. I don't think you can actually, like, teleport with the chocobo. Or can you? Nah. The chocobo just left us. It didn't even have to do a cutscene of us getting off. Alright, so I should be able to see, back at the spring, there's supposed to be a fal'C that shows up. That's pretty fucking huge. Oh yeah, and there's also another post-game to do. Up there at Taijin's tower, there is actually a 7th floor in that building. And you would have to do one last mission up there at the apex. Which I just randomly did in between sessions too, because I thought, like I honestly thought that's where you get a connoisseur's catalog, and what that is like, it increases the chance of rare drops from enemies. But I did notice, like, right after I did that, is that you can actually get that just by upgrading your collector's catalog. And I didn't know that. And then after the connoisseur's catalog, it upgrades to a survivalist catalog, which enables or increases the chance of dropping shrouds, which is this stuff here, the Aegisol, the Deceptisol, and stuff. You can actually get that now. You can farm shrouds from enemies now. Something that should have been done throughout the entire game. Okay. I'm gonna go through the springs here. I think this is, yeah, the Saliva Springs. This is where I'm supposed to see a fal'C. It could be in that huge cave or in that sky area. I have to pay close attention to it too. It could be somewhere around these springs. Whoa, geez. Don't scare me like that, Hope. Oh, hang on. I guess it's this spot. Whoa.
Oh no, we shouldn't be here. That fal'C protects the waterfront.
Must think we came to stir up trouble.
Well, if that's what it thinks, shouldn't we probably be heading off now?
Looks like it's a little late for that.
Thing looks pretty confident, too.
It should be clumsy out of the water. If we can get it to follow us onto dry land.
Guess it doesn't need to.
That doesn't look too big. Also, we could barely see what it looked like.
So many of them.
But that was actually a fal'C. It didn't look too big. It updated in my day log so I can find what it is. It is Bismarck. An aquatic fal'C, Bismarck dwells within the watery refuge of Grand Pulse's Solaya Springs. Wary and cunning, the whale-like creature vehemently defends its territory, employing various indirect means to eliminate trespassers. Bismarck's duty appears to be slow and painstaking reshaping of the land through water erosion. This is likely the reason for its aggressive defensive of the waters it inhabits. There was also Carbuncle, which was back at Palimpolum. It's the Sanctum fal'C charged with food production. There's Anima. Deep within the Bona vestige. Kujata. Sanctum fal'C providing Cocoon with the power its advanced urban population demands. From the planet Urite Gorge, it sates the voracious energy appetites of surrounding cities. Phoenix. Cocoon's own light in the sky. Phoenix is a Sanctum fal'C tasked with providing warmth and illumination. It floats at the center of Cocoon's inner atmosphere like a miniature sun, bathing the surrounding world in its radiant glow. There's Eden, and then there's Orphan. They don't actually have a picture of it, it just shows... That's actually where Orphan is, actually. But you don't actually know what he looks like until we get there. That's pretty funny, actually. Alright, so I'm right here. And apparently there's a destination mark right here at this spot, which I didn't even check out. Maybe it could just lead to a random cutscene or something like that. Just go to a random battle here. Let's see how strong we are here before we get through this. Yeah, not too bad. I feel like they probably just added more HP to them just because we're doing so good. But this is the Yasha's Massif here. This is the beginning part of it. And if I would actually, like, look across here... Damn! This planet is beautiful. It's no wonder. Yeah, I wanted to figure out what this is here. Might just be a random cutscene.
Something on your mind?
Huh? Oh, I was just thinking.
About what? Something complicated?
I was just taking it all in.
There's this girl.
The sunlight, the smells. When I was on Cocoon, I never dreamed a place like this could even exist. But now, here I am, on Pulse. If I hadn't gone to those fireworks, if I hadn't been sitting in that same train car during the purge, if anything had been different, I'd never have had a chance to see this.
No. I'm sure you would have wound up here. Don't you remember you promised me? You promised me that we'd come and see Grand Pulse together.
Really? When did I do that?
I don't know. How about another lifetime?
What does that even mean?
To tell you the truth, I've told so many lies. It's all a blur.
Well, you know, sometimes you have to lie about stuff to keep yourself going because you're afraid. Or to protect someone else so they don't get hurt. Sometimes even the things that everyone in the whole world thinks are true turn out to be lies. At the end of the day, though, it's not the lie that matters, but what you do after you tell it. Work hard enough, and you can make it true. I mean, maybe we both forgot. Maybe we did promise to see Grand Pulse together. And Cocoon.
Thanks, Hope.
Do something for me, will ya? Keep smiling. It makes me happy when you smile.
Aww.
I didn't know you felt that way. Wait a minute. You mean you were joking?
Now we're even.
Oh my god.
Wait.
That is so touching. Does Hope actually had feelings for Vanille? I'm actually fucking curious. Does Hope actually have feelings for her? Even though Hope looks younger than her. God, that'd be crazy to think about that. A fucking relationship in a Final Fantasy game? Pfft. Looks at Snow and Sarah.